Just tipping off the season. When you look around the league doors, what are you tracking?
Probably two things, B.A. The rookies. I always am so curious to see how they respond in their debut. And then the new signings for different teams.
What
does the fit look like?
And we've heard from MP himself how much a rivalry game means to him. He knows the history of this franchise as well as any of the diehard fans.
I just love MP's competitiveness. Some people feel like rivalries aren't as important anymore, but he's gone the other route. He's looking to motivate his teammates any way he can. And that's why he's declared war on the opponents they have the most history with.
And now Dallas' starting group. We've got Smith. Eric Lively is out there with MP. Then it's Flag. And it's Ryder in at the point guard position. And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
As we know, a rivalry game tonight, and MP knows this one means a little more. I asked him about it, and he said it's a special matchup. You can feel it. Everyone from the front office to the PR guys to the coaching staff to the players. Everybody's...
On the court for Dallas here in the second. They've got MP. He's out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Grantham in at the 3 spot. Toronto trailing. Pass to Scott. And the layup is good off the glass. Scott's got 5 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
I love the emphasis right there by MP, sending a message to the defense.
Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Oh, MP with the hammer. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
To the middle. Here's Scott. Oh, MP with a block.
Oh, MP says no, sir. Rim protection at its finest.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. And it's Grantham missing. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Nice job by MP converting it tight.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp play.
That'll do it for the first half. It's the Raptors. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Sometimes you try on defense and still get scored, and that's what's happening right now. They're struggling to find the answer.
Got to tighten up, that's all I'll say.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming.
Taking a look at...
Glad you could join us.
You could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability.
Mavericks trail by 5. On the court right now for Dallas. Josh Giddey out there with Smith. Then there's Alperon Şengün. Then it's MP.
We're going to face the Lakers go bad.
Small forward. Pass to Hendricks. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
They've also done a heck of a job at the free throw line tonight. Good aggression has led to a number of easy chances and points at the line.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Yeah, and that's easy work for MP, capitalizing off the break.
Here's Grantham, covered by Johnson. To the paint. Out to the wing. Here's Felder. That's short off the rim.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
La Provitola. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddy. 18 points for MP.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Pass to Felder. Here's Lyles. There's the 3. Drops in the 3. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Guys, it is clear MP is feeling it, and the best way to keep that rolling is keep giving them the basketball.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Hendricks no good.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Back to MP. From down in the low post, it goes. La Provitola's got 8 here in this quarter. Toronto's gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Inside, here's Grantham. Got a hand on it.
Well, you could see how Shingu read that play and was where he needed to be to get the block.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Bernard comes in for Johnson. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 19 points.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Down low. Short range. And MP gets it to go. On the assist from Giddy. Giddy's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. To the inside. Bird. Here's Grantham. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. Felder's got 10 points in just the second half.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
Good on the shot.
Yeah, attacking on the interior, MP can be relentless.
The Raptors with a lead. 4-3. Connects from downtown.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens major options at the offensive end.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Oh, that hurts, Scott. You don't face me, that hurts.
Quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And it's Bird missing.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
Giddy passes to MP. The shot's good on the assist by Giddy. MP's got 30 points.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Pass to Grantham. Beyond the arc. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the
Oh, you had a comeback.
Mavericks trail by 3. Here's MP. Power move from MP.
MP says, I'll handle this, and goes and gets them the big bucket.
Stolen by MP. Oh, what a fast break for Dallas. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected play. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the 4th. Here's Bailey, covered by Smith. Here's Barnes. Rejected by Lively.
Well, on top of the length he provides and athleticism, there are the shot-blocking instincts of Derek Lively. Wow.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Count it!
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
When it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
They'll credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
Raptors trail by 5. Bailey. Oh, off target from downtown. And Mavericks' shooting has been unreal, 64% from the floor.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Yet again, wow!
He's having himself quite a night, scoring with reckless abandon.
And he's nearing third place in career 40-point games. They swipe it. Alone, and a quick two as he powers it in.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Mavericks.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Rejected by Barnes.
Just my fucking ball get.
Scotty Barnes, use that frame to your advantage.
I dare you have a fucking comeback.
Between the shot clock and game clock. Lively pulls it down. And Dallas with possession. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And he racks up two.
Ryder.
Dallas takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance.
It seems whenever these teams meet, you see something new. Do players today feel any connection to rivalries from sometimes decades before your time?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's what sports is all about. First little PV team you play for, you get it right. I mean, high school, club teams, tons of live.
BA, over to you.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you.
Then P's and new. We got facing the bench that team Lakers. They lost the playoffs.
What's up to all my followers out there? Obviously.
I went to grad school at USC. Start school.
We're gonna beat the fucking Lakers to get a ban. This way you lose the fucking playoffs. We're gonna make them lose like this stadium again. Like you build up my fucking mullet, I'm gonna blow in your fucking playoffs. Lakers, you dumb. You better be the golden boy. I can't say that. The golden jet, the golden boy.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. It's
time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports.
Lakers, you're done. This is for them. Get out of here, team.
I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Ali LaForce.
Yeah, Lakers, this is your fault. Lose the playoffs. I told you.
Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's
Get a ball.
the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. So it's Dallas in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this.
That ball didn't go in.
Thanks for veering off topic a bit. I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been...
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Lakers.
A lot of bricks out there.
Thank you for being with us.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Cooper Flagg in this game, he has been everywhere.
Why don't do that?
Mavericks leading by 20. And it's time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the athletic trainer of the Mavericks was able to update me on the situation. And the diagnosis is relatively mild. A bruised knee. Not great, but could be worse.
Change it up. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He knows every possession is critical now. And the foul called on MP. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here.
Yeah, don't we go bench? Oh.
Hey, hold that L, Drew. Too bad Mommy and Daddy couldn't buy this.
Well, we're still got fucking March 10 this week, because March 10 we is still out there. We're gonna still got March 10 when this the World Cup. We got show. Oh, wait, and then.
Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoop. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
And now the Los Angeles starters. James is out there with Powell. And it's Rogers in at the four-man spot. Morrison, good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Here's Shaw, and he dunks it down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's La Providola. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
There you go. MP just being efficient.
And so it's James with it. He brings it up. So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. They've got James, and it's Burks in at the center position, filling out the middle.
That's why you go after every rebound. You might just get yourself a bucket in the process.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Well, I like how focused they've been on getting the opposition into foul trouble, as well as coming through at the free throw line.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Mavericks ahead, up 6. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Got to give it up for their second unit, leaping off that bench, going out there playing like starters.
Roster depth, the key. And right now, let's see who's just. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. MP is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Flag. Lakers trail by 10. And an intentional foul right there. And for the Lakers, Al is out there with James. And it's Rogers in at the power forward spot.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. James with the ball, guarded by Smith. Ooh, they pick off the pass. To the middle. Powell with a steal. And here's the fast break. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
And they've really relied on him down the stretch.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
We won 31-0.
Dallas in a tight game. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup.
We're gonna start all week.
See, this is when. There he is.
I'm gonna get thousands when we're gonna lose since that's in the Hornets.
The National Basketball Association we therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures.
Well, we got just a few games turning the books. Is it too early to come to major conclusions with what we've seen so far? Well, Kevin, I know off of these early results, we want to go ahead and jump to later in the year. And that's the nature of the job. People want to know, and they want us to evaluate and predict, but an awful lot is going to change in this league for all of these teams over the next several months. Can't wait to watch it. And as the conversations swirl around MP, one of those, of course, is how vocal MP has been about these rivalry games he plays in. His goal is to win each and every one of them.
And for MP and this team, they love outdoing the rivals. It's been extra sweet for them and their fans. We've seen some barn burners with MP leading the charge. This is a confident team right now.
Charlotte leading by 11. We got Farrell. Jabari Smith is out there with Kinnickle. And it's dropped her in at the 1 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. MP powers through the contact inside.
A tenacious player. MP doesn't mind a little contact on the way.
We reach the end of the first half of play. Hornets ahead, up by 15. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
They've been fearless tonight. That kind of attitude becomes contagious. I mean, look how many times they've gotten to the strike.
And now, not a bad time to... And that is a wrap.
Like I struggle to work only.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And that's an intentional foul. On the court for the Mavericks. Flag is out there with MP. And it's Derek Lively. And it's Smith. And it's Ryder in at the point. Get up, MP. Climb that ladder. No doubt about it. And the foul. And so it's Charlotte with the win. They didn't make it easy on them.
No punches pulled, huh?
Hi, folks. The NBA regular season, the first third of an NBA season, Greg, it sort of sets the foundation for the year's power structure.
Oh, that's so true, B.A. We start to see which teams are elite, who's running the show, and we find out who needs to think about making some changes.
And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Henderson, and it's Oberto in at the 2. Here's Sloan. It's stolen by MP. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's Ryder. Here's MP. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Boy, high percentage shot, so valuable. MP making sure he doesn't waste an opportunity.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And they go to the intentional foul.
4 personal foul. 14 foul.
And so they foul intentionally. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line. We're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Los Angeles leading by just 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Sometimes it takes everyone on your roster. Guys have to come in, play their roles, and execute.
Yeah, impressive. All right, guys, time. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to...
And as we get into the... Checked in for the Mavericks. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the floor for the Clippers. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Oberto in a shooting guard.
Oh, get up, MP.
The Clippers lead by 17. And the foul called on MP. And so the Clippers win it. And for the NBA Cup.
And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game. Coach, this is a game we always look forward to. Pair of conference rivals going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. It should be a beauty.
Well, Kevin, you know, this is the NBA at its best. No need to hype this one up. This matchup provides its own hype, and you can hear it. The fans are as hyped up as we are.
Now, we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Smith. MP out there with Derek Lively. The Trailblazers shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And the foul called on him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We come back right after this.
So what do you do if you're one of those teams down there on the bottom bunk?
First of all, you never want to be on the bottom bunk. You know.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Dallas Mavericks. And that is...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Cooper Flagg in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got MP, also Derek Lively out there. Smith is out there with Flagg. And it's Ryder in at the 1 spot. And he commits the intentional foul. check. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose? Will Hardy is called timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Hodges is out there with Henderson. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Oakley. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Wow.
We won.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here.
Work out this in there now.
Yo, Zan, you over there winning again?
No, bro. If anybody got a problem with it, they could just win.
Up next, the Mavericks taking on the Pelicans. For Dallas, a mixed bag for this team to start the season, but one run can catapult them where they want to be. Will that change happen tonight? We'll find out shortly. Pelicans, Mavs, coming right up after this. And when it comes to the rivalries this team has, MP made something very clear, that his goal was to beat each and every single one in his way.
You know, I got to give it to MP. As he...
Teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Johnson is out. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks ahead, leading by just 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome, everybody.
When I look at Dallas, they're still a team that could be
What?
great, but they're having trouble
I
playing
already
at their
eat.
best every night. That's a lack of focus on their part.
We've seen some surprising losses from them here early in the season. And now let's discuss that first half. The Mavs in a tight one.
Apparently, they got my free throw shooting jeans and not sacks. Only taking.
Thanks for tuning in.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And it's Holden in at the 2. That's the Pelicans 5. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Substitution on the court.
The Pelicans have got 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter.
Okay, we won.
And so it's the Mavericks who come out on top here. And
a win is a win is a win, but sure, I'm encouraged by 9. Over to you, BA.
All right, Dominic, appreciate you. And that'll do it.
We're gonna show up this one.
Everyone, this is the 4th, and this is the 4th and final game of the NBA Cup group stage of play for these two teams.
And both looking to finish strong, right? And punch their ticket to the knockout round. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And so they foul intentionally.
This team is not so good.
Mavericks leading by 4. They've got Josh Giddey. Johnson is out there with MP. And it's Ryder in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Oh, what a move by MP. Just relentlessly attacking the rim.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He contributed 31 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
That's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Mavericks on top, leading by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a
bit. Greetings all. Halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks.
Their effort on the offensive glass has set a strong message. They're not going to be pushed around, and they're going to battle.
And now let's take a moment. Thanks for spending half.
And we've got second.
Oh, nice.
On the court now for the Suns. Get going here in the 4th. McNeely out there with Grant. Then there's Towns, and it's Wilkes in at the center position.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Okay, let's stay in much longer.
Fire up, Greg. Everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
The Mavericks trail. Dallas moving the ball around. MP with the easy bucket inside.
And MP loves getting this close to the rim. Feels comfortable from this area.
Here's Grant. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
First
has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to break the ship and get things going.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. The Suns shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Towns, the bounce pass. Wilkes, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Giddy. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddy not messing around when he gets in close like that.
To the inside. Here's Gray. And the Suns miss again.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Outside, Towns. Grant sets a screen for Towns. Here's McNeely. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
To the paint. Pass to McNeely. And the Suns tack on two more.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Down low. Here's Laprovito up. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Suns trail by 4. Here's McNeely. Smith with some nice deep. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Yep, that one goes.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Wilkes, good. Wilkes has got 11 in the second half.
And you want him taking big shots in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Clyde comes in for Johnson. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Takes it inside.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Back to MP. And MP throws it down.
12
In big moments, you love MP's
10 11.
just give him the ball.
Outside, Perkins. No one near him. Connects on the chain.
And that's
why I don't play mess around.
To make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one
God.
out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Riders checked in for Dallas. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
2 more. 2 more.
In from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Good work there as it goes down.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
14 11.
He's having himself a game, staying aggressive.
Suns trail by 3. Here's McNeely to tie it up. That's off.
Not much more. Pass him.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him.
Who will win?
Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Going to work down low.
This last game waiting for.
Taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Nice use of the pass and the finish.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one.
We'll go win.
Efficiency is key, especially down the stretch. That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
And he jams it in.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
He answers with a dunk of his own.
Just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Not this though. He is a superb finisher.
This is the last match I'm waiting for.
Selfishness, but also also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully. And as long as he keeps missing from deep,
last match, going Jet.
From range right now.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Get the three. That does not go. Let's lose a three. Rebounded by Lively.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Here's Smith. And now we've got the...
Oh, we can make it. We can make it. We can make it. Only Val.
And so they
we got his team. We got his.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point
We can make it. We can make it. This is how it works.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
We're gonna screw it when we got up.
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Rebounded by Lively. And strong move off the glass. And stolen by Flagg. And good. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round.
Oh my! We're gonna take you off of the quicker, guys. Guys, I'm gonna let you off for me quicker because now I see him part 8 up to 8. I see you up to 8 and this I see you up to 8. See you guys next week. See you guys next week on basketball. On next week, hope so I can still play. Next for see you Friday. So I will record Friday. I guess to see you guys next time.